Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Welcome to NOIS.
NOIS.
No one is safe.
No topic continues, guys, to ever remain safe.
Today's topic is a little bit safe, though, for real.
It is.
It's quite safe.
It is safe, and we will shortly crack into that. You do get your panties in a bunch. Firstly, we want to welcome our guests.
We have a guest.
We have our beautiful Shannon. Shannon, we're going to give you a little moment to just give us a little bit about you. Let's kiss the guys.
I am a mum.
Yay.
Yum.
And I am a wife.
Yay.
And I am a businesswoman.
Yes.
That's
and you are extremely fashionable and hot, if I might say, as a gay man myself. I mean, I still don't know if I want to be you, be friends with you, be all of the above, but you exude a vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm excited that you are here today with us on this episode.
Yes, thank you for joining. Thank you for
having me
joining.
on.
Okay. Before we kick forward.
Yeah, we want to also say thank you to Tui Medical, our main sponsors. So if you need a doctor, urgent care, don't hesitate to rock on into any of the Tui clinics around Kirikiriroa.
Kirikiriroa is still taking on patients. We're the only practice that is still taking on
New patients.
So do log on to www.tuimedical.co.nz. It's a quick, easy moment.
Also, Tui have dental.
Yes, there's TUI Dental,
Tollbacks
for your hearing needs. So if you because some of us, I mean, so please do log on and do give us a follow. So I'm just gonna jump straight in here, Shannon, because I am on the edge of my seat.
You're always on the edge of
I
your seat.
am twitching.
Wow.
So you are clearly somebody who is fashionable, somebody who is stylish. You have a sense of how you want to look and how you want to present. So going on to this our topic, do you feel like there's a difference between style and fashion?
I do think there's a difference between style and fashion. I think fashion is what you see out there, people who walk the catwalk, what the designers design and things like that. That's fashion.
Yeah.
I think style is who you are.
Yeah.
And everybody wears things differently, and everyone's style is different.
Totally.
And it looks different on everyone else. The fashionable clothing out there doesn't necessarily look the same. Yeah.
What got you to decide what your fashion? What got you to decide what your style? Would you be more of a fashion? Which influences you more, fashion or style? Or do you find like a balance between them, or do you have always just had your own thing? How does that for you?
I don't think that I've always had my own thing. I think that I definitely try and follow the trend.
Like most of that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone follows a trend. It's what you see in the shops is literally what you can buy.
Yeah.
But I don't have any issues in kind of like reverting back to something that was probably fashionable a few years ago. Then creating that into your own style and wearing it how you would wear it. But yes, I probably do follow what is out there and what people like and stuff like that. When there was definitely a phase where and it still is a phase actually when a lot of people wear their activewear outside of
the gym.
Because it became a fashion thing. It was actually like the thing that everybody was doing. It was fashionable. At the time to do that. It's so interesting that you say that, because for me, even like I'd have never been, because growing up I was always like a bigger kid. Maybe I didn't need the force big, but I just had to throw it in there.
I'm sure you were that big anyway.
No, but
bigger. That's so extra, I guess. You just gotta throw
No, but because with fashion was never like built, and I do love the designers and things like that. But and I want to go and get like some Dolce & Gabbana jeans or whatever, but they wouldn't ever have my size and stuff. So for me, I knew that fashion was like a thing that I only ever watched.
Yeah.
on someone else or on TV or
in the
on the catwalk and
magazines,
magazines.
Yeah.
And so I had to now revere because I would never have been said I wasn't, because I didn't know the difference then that I was stylish. Because we would be like, oh, yeah, but you're, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm not wearing like, it's not, like I'd love to wear a designer thing, but I can't find my size in it. But I know like, I can put a look together even with any of these fashionable things.
Yeah.
So I had to now
make it
realize
look-
that that's where I was like, oh, I'm probably, is they not thinking that I'm not wearing all those nice label things and I can still look cute and express myself, that I must be stylish. I didn't know then that that's what it was. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I never thought that I was stylish. I never thought that, people would think that what I'm wearing is fashionable or styly or whatever, but I do get comments, people being like, you always look
good.
really
I know where I heard it first. She's like, she's
creep
so
over here.
stylish. I'm like, oh, well, who is
I
this?
don't say that often.
She does
I
not.
don't say that often.
And I'm like, and she's like, she's really hot and like stylish. I'm like, I want to know her. Who is she? Can I meet her now? But it's so weird. What was
It's cute to see when people have their own style and they own it. I think a lot of people who, and not judging anybody's style, because everyone's style is their style, that's their thing. But if you can own it and feel your 100% self in it, if you can own it, feel it, vibe it, and express it.
Absolutely, and no one has to dress the same way.
Yes.
And me and my really good friend, and I did say at the beginning I wouldn't do a shout out, but I'm going to do a shout out to my bestie Olivia.
Hello, Olivia. We will meet you one day soon.
Like,
100%.
best be ready, girl.
But we are very different in the way that we dress. But she holds it very well.
Yeah.
And I do my thing. But we come together and we complement each other
Yes.
very well, and we've always said that, I quite like my high-waisted pants. She's very much the hipster.
I definitely like a high waist myself.
Yeah, I do like a high waist.
I do like a high waist. It just reminds me to just.
But and that probably goes to show and to prove that you don't follow what somebody else is wearing because it looks cool, or that's what the fashion is right now. I'll always probably wear my high-waisted pants. Like hipster just doesn't look so great on me, and then Olivia feels the same way about her.
And so by knowing your body and knowing what you want to accentuate and what makes you feel good. Because you might, what might be fashionable might not be for my body, or like what they design, because it's someone's design in their head for the person that they are imagining this thing is going to sit on. So, and you can't be, torn up about the fact that it's just not sitting on you the way you want. So that's why I don't,
I think also for me, like I've had to come into my own in terms of what I wear because, ever since I was a teenager, I fluctuated with my weight quite significantly, up and down, quite overweight and, things like that. And so, over the years and then having kids and things like that, I think I've had to dress the way that my body is at that time. It makes me feel comfortable and but still feel sexy or still feel like I'm pulling it off. So big when I was a teenager with looking after yourself and making sure that, you gym and things like that. And so
it's changed a lot.
And there's a power with accepting and adapting to how our bodies change, because it is a normal thing for our bodies to change and be okay to know, like, okay, look, I could wear that, then, and I need to be okay with not being able to wear that now. But just because I can't wear that then because I thought it was stylish doesn't mean I cannot be stylish now. Because I don't look that way anymore. And it's just that being able to control that and take it on and be
and there's lots of ways to work around it, like there's might be girls out there that are very conscious over it, and I was definitely have been there. Over wearing, tight pants because, my bum is too big, or my thighs at the back. But you could wear tight pants and have like a really nice long,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
thing
Yeah,
on,
so
you know,
elongate
yeah,
the body.
and so
Yeah.
you know, you don't see the back,
Yeah.
but from the front, it's very delicious.
Brilliant,
I mean,
yeah.
the pants
Oh,
are
I
delicious.
love that choice
Delicious,
of words.
delicious. Best.
I love that because even when you say I love that because it's what proportionizing. Like I
Yeah.
know, like for me, there's so many styles. I know, like I have a very very long torso and shorter legs.
Yeah.
So for me, I would not, as much as I love, flared pants and like low waist, I look like,
I couldn't
stubby.
imagine you in flared pants.
I know. That's why I wear shorts.
I do love a flared pant,
I do,
but
I
they
want
have
to-
to be
it has to be
high-waisted.
high.
And so then we're coming back into the
Have to
Where the
60s, you know?
Yeah, so it's like, what do I
like-
want to? Because again, that's not going to be that's not what I want to exude as my look as a persona. Even though
Yeah.
I do love that look for then, and I would see somebody else wear it and be like, that's hot. But for me, it's not expressing me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I have always my slut shorts on, because I feel
love
like
those
my
slut
legs
shorts.
make me, if I can elongate my legs,
Yeah.
I feel sexier. I feel way more confident.
And
Okay.
that's how you feel in shorts,
Exactly.
which is like how I feel in wearing heels.
Heels, exactly.
I put a pair of heels on, and it makes you feel
oh.
so different.
And that, I mean, I've only worn like a couple of heels every now and again, and that is hard work.
I love it.
People, it is hard work, guys. If your woman is wearing a high heel, you better
It is hard work
Get-
after
get-
a long day.
get her a bunch of flowers and just try to understand. Like, take it from me.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump to the next question because you've kind of answered a few things already, which is gorgeous. Like you're just so all-rounded with how you speak about things. But do you think that social media has killed fashion, or has it actually
Help it.
helped it? Like,
That's a tough one because a lot of people on social media nowadays, because, there's obviously a lot of, like your stay-at-home mums, I think, and they come on and they do their Instagram and their and the TikTok and that kind of stuff. And they
Like those for you have
No
you have a
offense
word
to
and a
those
time to
ones.
say about them. Don't you?
oh, just not all power to them.
power, yeah. I mean, to be a stay-at-home mum, it was kind of never really my forte. I'm very much a worker, want a career. But I do definitely take my hat off to work-at-home mums. But I think in terms of like social media, they definitely, I think that's where the activewear stuff came from.
Yeah,
And,
100%.
like your
Being
nice
comfortable,
big
being comfortable and being sexy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay to wear the activewear and still go to the cafe.
Like I do love wearing my active wear, and I do love putting on a
I
hoodie.
mean,
and
I
things.
can tell you're very active, girl. Look, I mean,
do like to do
so
this.
in case you guys don't know, I've been fangirling all day. So this is just an extension of that. If that just needs to fill that in.
Wait, so in your active wear time, how does it feel for you to not wear heels? So you clearly don't wear heels.
You don't know, that's a big assumption.
but
I mean, I could wear heels to the gym, but I don't.
She's like, for
that's-
practical reasons,
Yeah.
I just,
that's the
I
only
don't-
reason. But like, so when you're in your sneakers,
yeah.
is that
What do you call it?
I do like that side of me
Yeah.
as well.
you can still pull that off and still feel comfortable.
Yeah, but
It's-
I think the way that I kind of, I don't like to wear my activewear and feel frumpy.
Yeah.
So I can put my activewear on, but let's just put a denim jacket on with it.
Yeah.
Or, a bit of a crop with something like I do like the crops. I'm
Yeah.
not big on I will wear an oversized
To be
t-shirt
super
or a
comfortable
hoodie,
in
but
the
I
gym
don't
because it's a
always kind of wear that. So it's
Yeah.
like, you've got your sneakers on, you have your workout tights,
Yeah.
I've got a crop on or a
Yeah.
crop hoodie, and then I still have my normal handbag,
Yeah.
and I'm still hair and makeup, and I'm going it out.
Yeah.
I'm
You see
going
this?
out.
I love that because that actually brings us something because I do my active wear. looks very much like my normal. I mean, the shorts are a lot shorter.
How could they fuck
Like
that
you
shorter?
see, my gym
seriously.
shorts are literally shorter than this.
I actually
There's more
and
skin.
then they have the little slits on the side. I actually get afraid sometimes when I see in the mornings when we're crossing paths in the mornings and he's in his gym gear going to the gym. I'm like,
Are you naked? Like it's just like
are you gonna put some?
I am like, look, this is the
You're
one.
not
This is
out
the
of
one.
place,
Shit.
though.
No,
I mean,
this is it.
There are so many girls that that are in the Nike Pros, the tiny weeny
the
little
nice
shorts.
ties, the ties that there's a
bum
new bum
scrunch.
ones, yeah. They just give it, and I'm like, oh god, I
Yeah.
look good in
I want to
that.
wear some bum scrunch, but
I'm
I'm
like-
too scared.
Yeah.
I've got bum scrunch, but I don't wear them outside of the house. Like
Right.
clearly, I've got a gym in my house, so
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you just go to that.
the gym.
Yeah,
but
I do a lot of
do not wear the
home workouts.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good to just
do you
work out.
have bum scrunch. Gym.
I don't have bum scrunch.
Are you
Gym
going to
pads.
get some?
I would like to get some.
I feel like it would feel like a thong, and
Oh,
just
no,
it
I
just
would-
doesn't.
I would like to see
They're comfy.
what they are like. Yeah, I know a few people that have bum scrunch.
I don't know why that sounds like an itch of some kind, like a bum scrunch.
A bum scrunch.
It's like a
It's
scrunchie for your
literally
bum.
Bit of elastic that's scrunched in. It's like a G and a bike pant.
Yeah, I don't know how much I love that name, but look,
Bum
they are selling out, so they
I'm sure
just
the guys love going
Yeah.
to the gym and seeing the girls in the.
Oh
bum
yeah, no, so
scrunches.
I see it and I'm like,
Oh, I'm sure they love it. I mean, guys are all about the bum.
I am literally. I mean, I'm clearly not looking at the girl's bum because of that, but I'm looking at it because I'm like, oh, that looks good. Everybody in here, it makes it almost not feel self-conscious because everybody looks like they have great bums, and I'm here like trying to do some squats and in my short shorts, and it's just not giving bum scrunch. It's not giving bum scrunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's cute.
But yeah, I think like I have a teenage daughter, so like I see what her style is, and it's very different to mine, which it should be.
Yeah.
What is it? Actually, now you
style?
mention it. Is it what? Because I know style and stuff.
She can really put herself together quite nicely when she's going out with her friends or going to a party and wears makeup and things like that. But she is very, very comfortable in her skin. She's very comfortable in wearing a oversized hoodie with some baggy jeans and some sneakers. She loves her sneakers.
Yeah.
Very different. She puts on heels and she's like, how do you walk in these?
Oh.
But yeah, she definitely has her own style. She holds it really well. She looks really great. And it is very different. But so you do see that side of social media with like girls this day and age. A lot of them do wear their scrunch bum shorts and oversized t-shirts, sort of tucked in and stuff. But I do like following people on social media that like to bring fashion in, and they actually do the get ready with me in the mornings and stuff, and they put the clothes together, and you can kind of get an idea of like, oh yeah, that would look really nice, or that goes together, or they've done a Shein haul, or
I do love a good Shein haul.
or Zara or anything like that. I love a Zara, so I do like watching other women on unboxing things from Zara or anything like that, and putting an outfit together and seeing
how they layer these things and how they would have thought things they thought wouldn't work. And even what you said just actually led me on to think, even from social media and people showing how the looks that they have and things like that. I think like that has also made people very more confident in being comfortable in what the new trend is. So it's letting girls know that, because I feel like in our time you have to look a certain way. And I feel like that's the one thing when you're talking about your daughter, that they're comfortable. They're not like, okay, I can be in a hoodie and still be sexy and still be cute. And,
absolutely.
And it's not, which wasn't something that we would have, I think in our time would be discussed. Like, it's like a girl wearing a hoodie. Like,
that's
where
tomboy.
what do you do? Like, don't move. So they realize that, and that's why I love us seeing that version of them, because they also know how to put on a heel and put on a dress up. But for us, it's like, you wouldn't dare. They're like, oh my God, you own you own a hoodie kind of thing. It's like,
Yeah.
where are you going with that? Like,
Yeah.
it's winter.
Yeah.
Go buy a fur coat or go wear like go and get a jacket, proper thing. But, why they'll see guys who are wearing hoodies and they're because it's comfortable, you know? So
And
I
it
love
is,
that.
and I think being comfortable is really important.
Oh,
And when you have a corporate-y kind of a job where you have to feel like you're put together every day, coming home at the end of the day and just
taking it all off.
getting into the hoodie,
Yeah.
it
It makes it matter. It's like the small, those are the small wins that you just get.
take
You're like,
the makeup off,
Yeah.
tie the hair up. It's just like,
It's almost like stripping off the day and like I'm transforming almost into like another version of myself. Like that I'm taking off my mask almost, which is what we all put on when we're going out to face other human beings. It's how I feel about that. But I love that. That's super cute. So I mean, obviously, where the direction that we're going now, okay, is I am looking at. There's a lot of we've talked about Sheins. We've talked about, Zara. There's H&M, which is also another good one. These are all these big brands that
great stuff.
they are able to create fashion in bulk, which is great. There is
That fast fashion.
Yeah, and we thought Zara and H&M were quite good, affordable, and they were quite fashionable and stylish at the same time. And they were pushing it out a lot. Now we have Shein. That's just another whole ball game. But there's also a lot of very, very fashionable things that I'm seeing on there. And I'm seeing that because a lot of designers and people who have creative outlets are able to put those things out. You're seeing like loads of things that you would never, ever think you will get to wear other than on a runway.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like something. I'm like, yes, is the quality going to be Dolce and Gabbana or Gucci? No,
Probably
but
not.
I can
Stitching's
see.
gonna come
But
undone.
but the concept of the look is that you can see like, oh my god, whoever designed this, you are a genius. You have something going. So it makes me wonder: are these kind of things like Shein and other things, are they killing? Because you're gonna get that thing and you're gonna wear it once and it's gonna fall apart and is that really helping us get further, or is it just stopping, craftsmanship? It's making those people who have good ideas be like, actually, you know what? I'm not going to design anything because I can tell you something, which is what I learned very recently about Shein, because I'm a master of the Shein shopping now. If I see a style that I like of any designer, I can almost tell you that I will find it on Shein. I will find 100%. A similar. I just have to find. I need to maybe look for the search word.
Yeah.
I'll find. So it would not make me, if I was somebody who was a designer, I would be less likely to want to design anything because I will put in my hard work. I'll make sure I'm getting like good fabric. I'm going to make it look good, and somebody's going to make it.
I think what the designers do is their creativity is what keeps places like Shein and stuff going. Because if the designers all sort of stopped, Shein and H&M and Zara would be like, well, who are we copying? What style are we, because they're not the creative mind.
Yeah.
They're
just
not
the machine.
They're not creating the design or the clothes or the look or what goes together or anything like that. They're just making a cheaper version where everyone in the world can afford to still look like something that came from Gucci.
Because I wonder whether the Gucci's of the Pradas like that because it's taking their exclusivity.
I don't think they.
I don't think that they would like it. I don't think that they would care, but they probably because people still want to wear Prada and Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Like if I could wear it every day, I would wear it. I would pay for it.
You do feel the quality.
How you feel when you're wearing it.
Yeah, like I know what I have to do to get this. So I'm not gonna wear it.
When you're wearing something that is similar to what they've designed, you're not wearing it.
It's never the same
but
feel.
you are wearing something that is fashionable.
But yeah, because it is fashionable and it is a style, the concept. Because you can like everything about that whole piece other than the fucking price tag.
Yeah.
I love everything about the way the concept where they put the hems, the stitching, the styles. Not take away the brand.
Yeah.
I would be like, I will fuck with this outfit, but then I won't fuck with it for that price.
That's so crazy. Yeah. I remember I bought a shirt from Shein once with the old, the polo looking horse. And I wore it to work one day. I was like, oh yeah. And everyone's like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, yeah. Well, clearly it's not real.
So this is this is not a horse. This is like a donkey.
It's a donkey with 400 legs.
Like the donkey have like 16 legs.
And it's holding like an arrow, and I'm like clearly it's not Ralph Lauren, and a client came in, and he's literally wearing a shirt, an actual Ralph. And I was just like,
all right, how did you feel?
So do you?
Why? You're trying to cover it.
Yeah, I was like, so you're after some furniture? And I was like trying to cover it.
Under the horse. Can you not please look at my horse with 10 legs? No, but that's the only.
You have to be really subtle about.
About when you're this is another thing, which is why I just feel like a lot of people, I'd rather not wear a designer thing than wear one that's trying to be something. I'd rather if I can't get Cocoa Puffs, I wouldn't get Cocoa Balls. It's just that.
I think the Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops?
Okay,
yeah.
Is it? I thought it's Cocoa Puffs.
It's Cocoa Pops.
Cocoa Pops is the OG.
Is the OG. Okay, so clearly I didn't even fucking have the OG.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs are the
So when I grew up on Cocoa
balls.
Cocoa Balls.
Of course you did.
And I did not like that. I'd rather no, that's for you, bro. You have to one who needs the Cocoa. She's the one who shopped with the Cocoa Balls. But yeah, I'd rather not try to be like too close to something like. I'd have, instead of Nike, it's like Nike. Like, why bother? Like, do a whole separate, don't try to mimic.
I went to, my friend Olivia and I went to Bali.
Oh, God.
They are notorious for this there. They are notorious.
Got this gucky bag? No, I don't want that gucky bag.
I'm like, can we get the spelling at least somewhat close or completely different? Because that is
just so much fake stuff.
Yeah.
But, I think, and it's hard because you see people who have the labels, the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, the Pradas, and you look at them and you're like, is it fake? Is it real? You don't know.
Yeah, because some of it's so...
It's always good. Because it's coming from
everyone's like,
same
why
place.
spend the money to buy, the real
OG
thing or the OG thing when you can buy the fake thing? And I'm like, personally, I would know.
No.
I just buy stuff from, I bought a Louis Vuitton bag in Bali.
Yeah.
And
you would know the difference.
I just can't
I tell
it out with me.
it's fake. But the thing is, I think that there's a fine line.
Yeah.
Okay, because for me, I know like when I buy things, I not only bought it because of the label, I bought it because of the craftsmanship and the quality and it's gonna fit. So,
and how it smells.
And how it smells and it's gonna last. So for me, the only time that ever the only time it ever applied to me was like because I used to spend stupid amounts, and I am the clumsiest. I would forget anything.
Yeah,
it's when it came to sunshades, and I used to be like, oh my God, I only get the Gucci, and I realized that how bad I lose them, and the way they replicate the sunshades, for me felt stupid to pay the $400 sunshade. Somebody would walk right beside me, and I can't clothes and bags and all these other kind of other fashion items.
Yeah.
You can, but I was like, actually, what? I will. From that day, I'm like, I am not spending any money on another fucking pair of Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
Where the quality of until you hold it and you wear it, you know the difference, like the weight and stuff of these products. Like it's good, but the look. I mean, it's a pair of sunshades.
3D.
They look pretty good. So at that point, I learned, okay, I actually do not mind getting, but then I wouldn't get a Ray-Ban then if it's a Raise Vans,
Yeah.
you know, with a Z.
Yeah.
I'll just get plain glasses
Yeah.
that look cool and have the same style.
I feel like when you're buying fake, you look around to try and get something that really looks as close to the real thing as possible, like with how it feels, with how it looks.
Yeah.
You know,
And own it as well.
Yeah.
It's like, I look, this is, because I know I'm gonna, if I lose it, I'm gonna be okay. But when I do lose those my really expensive glasses, which I know I'm clumsy enough to, I will be more upset at myself, and I would not feel great. So I'm like, actually, you know what? I want the vibe of the glasses, but I don't want the price of it. If I'm going to just, you know, throw it away, you know, lose it.
Shannon, please tell me, I'm keen to hear if you've got like some kind of icon, like fashion icon, or someone you've always kind of looked up to and
I am intrigued. I want to know this too, girl.
do I have a fashion icon? I don't know.
Like it's somebody we looked up to. I don't. Because I'm also rustling my head because I want to know if you do and who yours would be.
Mary J. Mama J.
Mama J.
She wears some boots more often.
Like you know, I can't believe this.
Mary J. Blige, call me.
I can't believe that you would be liking her.
Yeah.
Because you have a very hip hop style, which I've always loved that.
I've always had like very.
I have found that
style.
very. I think that's probably like one of the sexy things I find about you, because you find that there's nothing I find sexy like the '90s hip hop girls.
Yeah.
Like how they could rock a style. It's like, and I think a lot of my style now, actually, when I think about it, is actually from the 90s. Color blocking. It's like the short shorts would be what. They wear baggy short shorts, but it would be on the girls. The guys is like just baggy. I mean, it was like a fucking carpet. Yeah. But you know, the girls would wear like it'd be baggy, but it would also still be short. It'd be the crops, and it'd still be like a baggy crop. And so I've only come to that realization, like in this moment, that's where.
I don't think that I have a fashion icon like a specific person. I think for me, you know, over the years and stuff, I've been very drawn to, you know, like really corporate business kind of attire.
Like a power look?
So the real power look. The boss power look. You know, like
I love that.
You do
like a good bride. I was gonna say I could see you on like that front cover.
Yeah.
I can see you like a blazer. Can I design?
She likes a blazer.
Can I tell you the look I've seen for you is like a blazer, like nothing under. It's like a power pants, like a stiletto, and like
stockings. With some boots and just the blazer.
I can just see that. I can see. So see that. That's hot.
Yeah, so I think I've kind of always been very drawn to like magazines for me when I was growing up as a teenager, the Vogue, all of that kind of stuff. You know, I was very into like the Devil Wears Prada. You know, like real fashion,
so
like high, you know, like and I think I made it very known too. Like my mum loves to tag me into a whole lot of, you know, like really pale women on, you know, like Pinterest.
Yes.
Who are wearing like the high heels.
Guess who loves a good Pinterest? Yeah.
You know, got the pants with like the blazer or the work shirt with the puffy sleeves. You know.
I got into my puffy.
You did get
Well, fashion does. It's such an amazing way of self-expression that even growing up, I never thought I would.
Yeah.
It's always been just something that I just do. You just kind of, but I don't think we realize how much we express ourselves with it, and how therapeutic it is, and how identity is so important.
Yeah.
Like you might not have to say, it's not, you know, something you have to, most times you have to tell people, this is who I am, this is what I want, we spend so much time doing that all the time.
Yeah.
That you don't realize that actually this is the one way I can actually say a lot about me without actually having to say a goddamn thing to anyone, and anybody can know who I am. They can learn a lot about me
Yeah.
just by looking at what I'm wearing.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
And
so-
I remember when just before Christmas, and my family and my friend Olivia's family, we were going to the Gold Coast for
the JC.
yeah, we were going there for a holiday.
Yeah.
We were going through duty free, and we went into the Sabin shop that's there. And I have always wanted the Sabin briefcase.
Yeah,
that was just
stop it. Did you get
something
it?
that I did. Yeah, my friend.
She's so corporate. Yeah.
I got the Ella.
Yes.
Ella and Earth.
Yeah, you just got
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But that wasn't
shout out
obviously-
to them. I love that bag.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
bag
it's
is
a great bag.
Look at her.
But it wasn't
You guys have a little
briefcase,
moment. You can see her. Why are you lighting up? She's like, that.
No, it's-
I'm here looking like, oh.
There's just
She
something
couldn't-
about that briefcase. But
Yeah.
I was in, like full airport attire,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I picked up this bag and I put it on my shoulder, and she was like,
You're like,
"You're a
yes,
businesswoman."
you.
And I was
Yeah, you're like, I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I've been drawn. I've been eyeing this thing for a
I've been
while.
wanting this bag for a while, and I just ended up buying it.
Nice.
Good. Good.
And it does. It
Had
makes
no
you feel
regrets,
different.
eh?
I have no regrets over
Absolutely
buying
not.
the bag.
Yeah.
And,
Yay.
I think for, even if you don't feel like, you live in a really small little town of Hamilton and you're not in New York, you know,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
like everyone is like super business, like Wall Street, whatever,
Yeah.
like. Is it
I
Wall
can
Street?
see,
Yeah, it's
what's
Wall
that?
Street,
Yeah, I can. You can
can't
still
compare that to
express
Victoria
yourself.
Street,
No.
Yeah. But you know what? I tell you what. When I walk down Victoria Street in my look, it could be. You might as well be motherfucking Wall Street
Well,
because
that's-
I am that bitch when I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm dressing.
Yeah.
I'm dressing
I'm not
like
dressing-
I'm in New York.
This
you
is
know,
it.
Like, I'm walking in New York, and I
Yeah.
am
Inspirational.
The-
I'm gonna buy myself a briefcase for my birthday.
Yeah, I can see. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't have one.
No, I know because I've just
I'm
I
surprised.
do, guys. You know,
Aw.
it makes you feel.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does make you feel different.
And that's what's important.
like a
Because how I
proper-
feel when I'm traversing
Dress
this earth.
for where you want to be, not where you are.
And it can even take it further to where I want and how I want to address how I also want to feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and how you feel.
I might not feel sexy, but I'm going to put this thing on and I want it to hopefully, by the time I'm moving around and like, it's changed my mood. It's made me
It
feel
does change
better.
your mood, and
So-
I do feel the way that you dress does change how your day is going to be. I
Absolutely.
really do
Absolutely.
feel that. How you're going to work, how you're going to present
Absolutely,
yourself.
because I'm wearing this thing, I have to rock it. I have to I can't be, and then very quickly people are like, oh my God, I love your outfit. Next thing I'm like, oh, thank you. And then instantly my mood, my day is changing because again, being the words of affirmation guy, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting my affirmation for the day. And it's feeling into my day. And as for me, I will come home, even though I woke up, my day started off terribly, just for no reason. Instantly, it has changed around. So fashion is and style and being aware of these things and how the role it plays is. We shouldn't minimize it because people feel like, if you're liking fashion stuff, it's so superficial, or it's so this is so that, and there's all these things that people associate with. Just because I put in the effort, you assume that that's all that I am.
Yeah.
But it's like, no,
It's
I'm
not
actually
cheap
using
to
it.
me.
It's
Actually,
therapeutic.
yeah.
There's so many levels as we've discussed.
Yeah.
And it does, like I do definitely, get that. Like your makeup or your nails are always done, or you've done your lashes, or you dress like this, or you wear heels, and it's like, actually, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're proud of it, and that's who you are.
Yes,
and
and that is who I am, and
Yeah.
you have no fucks.
Yes, absolutely.
And
It took a long time to get to that.
This is
that
it.
stage.
And you have to
Yeah.
be able to own it. It's like I have earned the rights to express myself and be happy in expressing myself.
And I do want to, wear what I want to wear and feel how I want to feel. And if those things make you feel good about yourself, then do
wear
it.
the
Why are you not
goddamn
doing
thing.
it? Yeah.
Like, let's tell them, guys, wear the good.
Wear
Do
it.
it. Wear
Buy
it.
it.
Do
Do it.
not. Don't let anybody
your nails done.
get your lashes done, get your nails done.
done.
I'm a big lash person. I haven't done my lashes in ages, but it's all those little things that I know, like, oh my God, I have to do every 2 weeks. But you know what?
It is
when
maintenance,
it is,
yeah.
I feel like that is not self-indulgence. It is actual respite. I I need this.
Yeah.
So that I feel a certain kind of way.
Yeah, how you feel. And
yeah.
then I think, you know, when you're in a industry that is very much,
And
you know,
the
you're in the
You're in face, you're
public
with
eye,
people,
or,
yeah.
you know, you're in the public eye all the time. I mean, that's what real estate is. You know, there is an expectation
Yeah, there
to
is.
kind of, you know, be a certain way or dress a certain way or present yourself in a
And that's what I mean. You would, and if
Yeah.
you would succeed in it, especially if you are already, that comes to you naturally to present great. So it's like, okay, I always presented great, but now I also have to keep it
Yeah.
up. Now I'm like
it's
the next tier.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. And
Yeah,
if I
well,
can't be bothered one day and I walk into work and I'm wearing
You will
my
not be at the end of
active
it.
top and
It's,
everyone's like,
it's probably easier. It's easier to actually just get the makeup done. It's easier than not to, because you get way more questions than
You're
you're doing.
like,
You
are
must.
you okay? Are
Yeah,
you okay
they're like,
today?
I'm like, I'm fine. Oh my
I
gosh,
just
what
can't
more
be
person
bothered
asked me?
dressing up today.
Yeah.
I just wearing my active wear.
Oh my god, this has been such an amazing episode. I'm so excited that we actually did talk about this, because it's something that we obviously all in all our, even you can even see all of us that we're all very individual in our way, different.
Your stripes are going that way.
Yeah, your stripes are down. This is
No
like
stripes.
so,
No stripes.
and yet I would fuck with any of these looks. So it's just about self-expression.
You can wear a Kmart top.
Yeah, or
And
Shein.
you can put it with the, you know, some
Oh,
nice pants.
100%.
You know, and then
So
and
we
then
all like Kmart.
you can be stylish and you can be fashionable, but
Yeah.
I think the truth is style is personal.
Yeah.
It's something that
Yeah.
I'm not going to say. I'm not
It's
going to.
definitely personal, and
Yeah.
I mean, you can go from your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, you know, and
Yeah.
you
And
know,
pull
and
maybe
you
fashion
can
things
pull
and-
bits from all of it, and it
and link it with
definitely
the
comes
style.
around in circles.
Yeah.
You know, like some things that are coming out now, you know.
We're cool
were-
before and they're not. So, and that
Yeah.
almost lets you. So that almost says, do not necessarily follow fashion.
Yeah.
Because fashion will transcend. It recycles.
Yeah.
Style is
Yeah,
is
and that's,
what
I
you
do
can pull
have to
from all
say
those
it's,
things.
It's really funny looking back at photos of me as a teenager with a lot of my
Did you have
girlfriends,
spaghetti
and we
straps?
laugh about it. We had like these little, like,
the front, the little,
Oh, the-
like,
my dad used to call them your like bunny ears, like your antennas, and then we had the thin eyebrows.
oh my gosh,
And
terribly
the
thin.
orange
Did you
flecked
guys?
blonde
But
hair.
did you guys not? Did you ever, guys? I think you guys have had this here. Did you guys ever had the Amy Winehouse hair moment, or was it just a European thing? You know, the little like puff, the little.
Oh, yeah.
When you do the,
Yeah,
the
the
little,
puff
the
it.
little
Yeah,
poof in
yeah,
the front.
Yeah.
You put it back and then you'd like
Yeah,
push
just
it
push
forward
it, yeah,
yourself.
just pin, yeah. That was huge. It was every girl had the
You know
little.
what? That's gonna
It's
that'll
gonna
come
come
around.
around
I'm
again.
actually going to
Yeah.
restart that myself.
I reckon that the
Okay.
eyebrows will come back.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I
I
think
really- We
the-
plucked them so hard
Once-
that now everyone's getting them tattooed.
Once, I'll tell you what I do not mind. Once the kissing heel does not ever
yeah, he doesn't like the kitten
resurface,
heel.
I will be okay.
The what?
kitten heel. So like you've got a stiletto on.
Yes.
Right?
Like a kissing heel is like where it's
So-
like there should never be
So
ever.
I used to wear them a lot.
No, there's
When
no,
we
would have been
when
on
we
your
first met, and I used to like, we would share stories of our younger days, and you know, and I say, oh yeah, I used to wear a kitten heel out to the clubs, and he was like, you
I'm like,
what?
no, I
A
was like,
kitten heel to
yeah.
the clubs, and I had to literally like try and Google and find an old, because back then when we met 5 years ago, they're back in now,
yeah.
and
I am mad about
He's
that.
mad.
I'm
But
like,
it's made me mad, so I
Yeah.
realised how mad I was about the kitten heel until he was mad. So, yeah.
so that's an
There's
out.
some people that do like kitten heels.
I mean, we're a
There are
goddamn,
some
we're a
people that
goddamn
like it.
flat shoe girl.
Or a
Like,
stiletto.
or a
Yeah.
stiletto. That in between of the kitten
Or a
heel. What are
flat
you trying?
heel.
What are you trying to do?
Do
Climb
like
into a
a
granny
pair of
flat?
jandals,
Like,
I
I
don't
Okay.
know what the kitten heel does, yeah, but otherwise, like when I was 16, we were all about the pulps.
Oh, the pulps.
what
He
the
won't
hell
go-
is a
he won't
pulp?
know
What's
the
that?
I need to show you a photo.
Yeah, he
of
won't
a pulp.
understand.
Am I gonna?
And it was like a shoe, and this was like a blue suede or something like that. And then
Okay,
it had
it's
a
giving
big
me a
white.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh, are we talking about the sneaker pulp?
There's a sneaker pulp, and then there's like
The
you know,
sandal.
What
the-
is this scaring me?
I'll have
But I
to
like.
show
I mean,
you.
I'm like. I'm hearing suede, but then again, you also had the suede kitten heel. So you just have an array.
No, the
like
suede wasn't kitten. It was stiletto, but
Oh.
it had diamantes.
there was a
That was
part that I'm
such-
not gonna talk about.
Anyway,
Okay,
I guess
yeah.
that's what's so cute about it. So, if anything, if there's a takeaway from today, it's to the young people of today who are trying to find their way. Right? So, understanding that, yes, okay, they're maybe not flicking through magazines, but social media is showing them what is possibly fashionable. So, what they should be following. That's cute, but also for them to understand what their style is, for their body shape,
Yeah.
for their style of just what their whole persona is. I think
Yeah.
that's
What is
super
making you
Yeah.
feel good?
cute. Yeah. What makes you feel
That's
good,
what's
like
important.
And
Not, and, yeah.
even if you are, you know, a bigger person or a smaller person, whatever shape and size that you are, it really doesn't matter. But you just have to feel comfortable in your own skin
and
feel
practice it though.
yeah, and like accentuate your body still
Yeah.
because everyone's beautiful.
Yeah.
Find your thing that makes you feel
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Don't cover up your body with
Yeah.
big baggy clothing. You
Yeah.
don't need to. You can definitely style your body
Shape.
With
too.
shape.
to feel sexy, to be in style, to be in fashion.
Yeah, and go and see.
Don't
You
have
go
to
and
wear
see. You
what
can always
you
go and see a
see.
stylist to ask
Yeah.
if you don't know where to
Start.
start. Go and see somebody because you'll be surprised. You will be surprised because in your head you're looking at everything on social media and you're taking these. You're seeing that okay, everybody looks a certain way, and you just assume that I can't do it. And
Yeah.
you'll go to a stylist who will show you, oh, put you in something, in your out of your comfort zone, and
Yeah.
put you in a look, and you're like, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh my god, I see myself for the first time, kind
Yeah.
of thing. So just do you do it, do what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So before we distract, I want you guys to get to know Shannon a little bit more. In fact, I feel like Shannon might get to know herself a little bit more after this. We're going into our fun segment, which is the quick fire. Come on, Hoana, tell them what happens in the quick fire round.
If you don't know, Tonye is going to shoot a couple of option questions at you, and you've got a split second to answer it. It's literally hot, cold, yes, no, up, down, left, right.
Okay.
You're not going to die. You're going to be sweet.
You
But
will, you
it's
will,
really
you will.
interesting to see. I don't even actually know what the questions are. So
I know,
I'm probably on the edge of my
I am
seat.
loving this.
I'm like,
All
this is how
right.
much
So,
it is.
are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Sneakers or heels?
Heels.
Red carpet or street style?
Red carpet.
Vintage or new?
Vintage.
Finish the sentence. My outfit is incomplete without.
Oh, this is a hard one. You bet.
I know.
Oh no.
Wow.
Makeup.
Yeah.
If you were a garment, what would it be?
A garment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Like a piece, yeah. If you were going to pick one piece of the things you put on, what would it be? Yeah, it can only be one of the things that you're like, okay, this is the one piece of a garment that I would be. What would it be?
feeling sexy in.
Yeah.
Like a really silk satin.
Is it a negligee?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
So style for comfort, impact, or both?
Impact. Jesus
Impact.
Christ.
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would be the same. I'm like, okay, style for comfort. Those are the top ones. I mean, I did make it a little bit hard for you. This would be a quick fire, but I wanted to get you to just kind of. I wanted to see you choke a little.
I did.
That was hard.
It was.
Yeah,
no,
but
like,
let's flip
because you could answer
Yeah.
a few
flip it,
things
yeah.
to that.
flip it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna,
So is that the final one?
yeah.
Okay. You answer them.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have my sexiest now.
Go, Shannon. You ask him.
Yeah.
Him.
Him?
Him.
Okay. I know the first one.
Yeah. I can't fit into any of those.
Sneakers or heels?
Sneakers.
Sneakers.
I think the heels maybe because I don't
think
wear
so.
sneakers. I wear like flat like tops.
Yeah.
So I'll probably choose heels probably actually.
Right. Red carpet or street style?
Red carpet, I think, for me.
vintage or new?
New. New.
Finish the sentence. My outfit is incomplete without.
Color blocking. Color.
Right.
Yeah, he.
I was going to say a brooch.
Oh yeah, that's also I always have appliques, like a little applique or something. I always have a little extra,
something.
but I do like it has to be like a color. Something has to pop. Like yeah.
Now that I'm reading this question, I think I answered it wrong. But if you were a garment,
Yeah, because the answer to the next
what
one
would
was
you be?
Yeah, I would probably be a jacket,
Oh.
a blazer.
a blazer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll be. So give me I don't like underwear, so I wouldn't be a G-string.
No, you would be one, so you could be in a crack.
I think also I must have misunderstood this question.
Oh my god, you broke the fucking questions!
No, but I thought
If you could
what item of clothing represents you? Like I would have thought like I'm a blazer because I'm
No,
like.
but if
I'm
I
a
would
silky
really-
satin.
Yeah, so you know, I felt like you would
so,
be like a shoes, like
like with a bit of lace.
Lace. I thought I'd be like
leather and lace.
I was thinking of myself being like a really cute like
You know,
blazer,
like-
like a not like a power blazer, like like that a Burberry, like like a tartan look, like That's what I
definitely
was
grew up in
thinking.
the leather and lace era,
Lace- oh,
with
yeah,
your,
I do
with
love
your
a leather
Stevie
and
Nicks and
lace.
your Fleetwood Mac, and like your
Everywhere. Okay, that's sorry guys, that's not the sound of the song. Okay.
No one got that.
Okay, which item makes you feel instantly sexy?
On it would be definitely a crop, low V top.
Oh yeah.
If my chest is out, if my chest is out, if my chest is out, I feel like my legs are always out, so it's just not like that's just me on a normal day. But if my chest is out, he's out for blood. If you see the chest, you know the Tonye you're meeting now. That is, you're like he is out for one thing. So guys, now you know.
I actually don't know if I could pick one.
You're gonna pick something. What was the one thing you're putting on? You're choosing it. I'm actually quite intrigued.
Oh, I don't think we have long enough. Like, I actually would really have to think about this.
I think you have quite an array of underwear, which is surprising to me to know. You have a lot of lacy thongs and things.
Whoa!
And French knickers and all this
Hoana.
sort of. You do.
I don't just wear that though out in the.
No, but yeah, it's not. It's that makes you feel. It's like a personality. Yeah, like you could be wearing it under all of the things they wear, and like.
A matching set.
Oh,
When you know that you're wearing it, but
It's
no
a
one else
different-
knows you're wearing
yeah,
it,
so it's like
but you still
alternate-
feel sexy because you've got a really
Matching.
hot bra and
like,
a G-string on
yeah, like,
underneath
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And they're looking at you and you're like, if only
You don't know what's going on in here. They're like, why is she smirking like that? I'll tell you
It's
why.
like, oh, I do feel good.
I love that you're that unspoken about. Like that's why I'm like shining your amazing because I'm looking at I feel you know that feeling when you're wearing that thing.
Yeah.
So Hoana, I think you have your things. They have maybe different little pieces of things that you
You'll
don't.
think about it next time, I think.
Yeah.
When you put something on, you'll like,
Yeah. I can't pick an item right now because if I'm gonna be honest, it's
Be honest.
It's not about the clothing
Oh yeah, what is it?
or the style or the fashion. It's about how my mind is at the time.
yeah.
And that's why I probably can't pinpoint because it would depend how I'm.
How you're feeling.
Where are we going?
Mm.
Who's potentially going to be there?
Yeah. So then
Am I going? Is it professional? Is it leisure? Like
I'd still wear the hot pair of G-string under my active
just
pants.
wear
Still be
it.
like,
But I see what you mean about
I
like
do know what you mean.
Yeah, I
wanting
can't.
to. The clothing doesn't influence your clothing. Yeah.
It actually doesn't influence.
So okay, I'll let me put it to you this way: if a hot guy is coming over, what is the one thing that
It
you
would
like
depend.
that
It
I
would
would have to make sure like
guy is.
this is the thing that I am going to if I want to feel. I know. If I'm going to feel, which is the one thing that's going to like start my whole feeling sexy thing that I'm going to choose, what would be the item? Like, would it be like, oh, how I smell, my underwear, my bra?
Yeah. Do you think?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. If you smell yummy.
For me, oh yeah, no, I
his-
need them to feel like I taste the way I smell.
Yeah, a smell is.
Yeah, guys, that's what
Do appreciate that smell.
Oh my God, we want to thank you so much, Shan. This has been like one of the funnest episodes. I'm glad that we're talking about this, and I'm glad that you actually were able to ignite the thought to talk about fashion because of who you are, the light that you are, you're fun, you are beautiful, you are stylish.
Thank you.
And it's been such an honor to start a whole new friendship. With a powerhouse.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
I feel honoured to be on. So thank you for having me.
I
appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
So we just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has watched today's episode, who has watched previous episodes, who shared and liked our pages. So we are on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, most recently onto Spotify. So thank you to our producers who have finally linked us up to Spotify. Also want to do a quick reference to, if you like this episode, please check out episode 29 on season 2, Are We Judgy? There could be some similarities right there for you because people often look at fashion and stylish people or people with style as being judgy, and guess what?
No, we're not. We're just fantastic.
We are just people who actually love ourselves and feel good and want to share nothing but positive vibes. So thank you once again to Shannon, our guest for today. We really appreciate Shannon for being here. Thank you again to Tonye Medical for being our main sponsor. And don't forget to like and share. We will see you next time. Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Bye.
Bye.